فاعف عنا اللهم انك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا اللهم انك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمه انك انت الوهاب سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
I always learn something new. When I asked about the Imam, I was expecting him to be on a white gown with the turban and everything. But he doesn't even know it. He has never done the prayers, and then he was for it. He was not what has been accomplished. After that, we would like to just pray quietly in our own little ways. We take just 1 minute and pray for some of our batchmates who are with us and are no longer with us in this world, and some of the Armitage staff, who are here, the members of staff, the teachers I mean, and then the ancillary staff and everybody else, or all those departed souls. Can we take 1 minute silence and pray for the departed souls? I just mentioned their names out of respect. I may not be able to have an exhaustive list of all those who departed, but just fresh on our memory still. We have the late Omar Bai, who was our classmate from 1 to 5, who passed away some few years ago. We have, most recently, and still fresh in our minds, the bedroom of Armitage Mrs. Anna Marie Ngom, who passed away less than 2 months ago, or within the last 2 months. Also, Mr. Landing Sise, who used to be the health science teacher, Mr. Kweku Opong, who taught us accounts and economics for those who were doing the commerce, and then Lisa Fati. I think she was a batchmate of my brother's CDD 95 batch. We also remember Gibi. For some of you, you might not remember him. He used to be called Pasatai. He helps a lot in printing the exam papers in those days. And all those departed souls. As I said, we cannot list all of them, but first in our memories, definitely. If you remember anyone who was an Armitage, has never been an Armitage before, and really is no longer with us in this world, just pray for them. 1 minute, please. Amen. May their soul rest in perfect peace. We will now call on the principal of Armitage Senior Secondary School, Mr. Suleiman Keita, to do his welcoming remarks, and then we move on to the other program. But before that, can we please rise up for the national anthem of the Gambia, please? Thank you. There will be a roll call at the end of this, and then anybody who is found wanting, you will do the whole of Sarukunda for the toilets. All right? Get ready for the national anthem. For the Gambia.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Mr. Chairman, I think before I said anything, as custom, or maybe Armitage is known for somebody who senior you need to give that person respect. I may senior some of you sitting here, but I also have my senior. Before talking, at least I have to try to show him to the members of the high table for you to know who this gentleman is. He is nobody other than Mr. Langsane, who is a 1975. Joined the National Voluntary Service, and then he had Armitage at heart and decided to come and teach in Armitage Secondary School, and he is teaching English language. Lang is playing a great role in Armitage, helping me in my administration. Anytime we have conference, we have to consult him. We sit, think of the past, exchange ideas, come to solutions. So based on that, Lang, thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, Board Chairman, Armitage Secondary School, the awardees, that is Mr. Hassan Sise and Mr. Njundu Drame, members of 1996 batch and their family members, the Ex-Student Association, that is the executive, staffs of Armitage Secondary School, the media, maybe Takatiti and the Kamprang might be around, the members of the delegation, students, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. Mr. Chairman, the coming of 1996 batch members to Armitage Senior Secondary School, or Mother Armitage, to award two of their former teachers is something that is very much good, and then we hope that this is going to be a continuous occasion in Armitage Senior Secondary School. This reminds me that Armitage is an institute where we try to teach students to have discipline and to have respect for anybody who may be in front of them as teachers. This is why any member of staff in Armitage Secondary School, we will not call you by your name or by your surname, but we always call you master. And that is why that word comes in. So based on that, if this batch decided to get Mr. Njundu Drame and Mr. Hassan Sise to award them of the job well done, I think this is going to be a very historic occasion. Mr. Chairman, I now have the singular honor to welcome everybody to this historic occasion and welcome all of you to Mother Armitage. I thank all of you for your audience. May Almighty Allah guide all of us throughout the occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I wasn't impressed with the clap you clapped for the principal. I didn't hear it. Can I? I will address you people as ladies and gentlemen, and you know why later on I decided to use that, because we treated you as our future leaders, which is inevitable. We were once students like you. We remember every bit of, or at least a little bit of what was said. We just want to talk to you people about the rationale behind this program altogether. It may interest you to know we started this program some few years ago, a few months ago, to be precise, around about June, was trying to just remember a poem we were taught by Mr. Judu Drame, who you will later know better, and couldn't actually remember it all. He posted on his Facebook page and said, whoever remembers it will get a prize. I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately for him, somebody was able to remember it to the letter. And discussion started to say, wow, we remember these ones and they continue to inspire us in their own little ways, still using the current media. And we still remember how they gave us those notes, how we excel in our academic results, and how they continue to give us guidance, how they continue to inspire us in our day-to-day activities. And then we decided to say, what's a better way of saying thank you to them? Why not we recognize what they have done for us? Why not we come up with this thing and say, as batchmates, we knew each other, we stayed 5 years together at Armitage, and then we could do something better. We could come together and start a very, very strong teacher recognition award, build on it, and then later on integrate all the badges together that we are currently doing, or that others are currently working on, to which some of us are members as well, which is the Armitage Ex-Student Association. And we said, because contributions were going to be engaged and involved, we decided to limit it to our batchmates so that we are within control and it was voluntary. We started to say, whatever you can contribute as a member, we wish to recognize the services of Mr. Hasum Sise and Mr. Nyundu Drame. Then we started contributing. At some point, others started feeling, wow, definitely we can't make it, because the deadline was supposed to be this date and that date. Then others said, it doesn't matter what the outcome and how small the token is, we must get it started and start it now. Then we worked hard on it and decided that this award ceremony will be held at Armitage, and it was going to be in this assembly hall. And then fortunately for us, the two were Armitage ex-students themselves. This was how we came together and said, of course, through the leadership of Mr. Lamin Konate, who was our class prefect of the A class from 1A, and then was the school head boy. I'm sure his name must be on that list. It's a little bit far, I can't see it clearly enough. Who is ably represented here by his family member and brother here. Can you rise up, sir, please? Can you give him a round of applause? Lamin lives in the UK and said it was a great idea and we were not going to stop. We have to stay the course and ensure that definitely this award is done. We form a secretariat comprised of Mr. Amadou Koyate, the initiator indeed, and as well Mr. Sheriff Kora. Amadou is in the UK, Sheriff is in the US. So you could see the power of connecting together. And then one of the first contributions that came from one Dauda Sow, who is now on an international appointment in somewhere in East Africa. And we decided to exchange emails and ensure that we made this program a success. But then we said, we don't have to do it in our own little ways on the ground. We need it publicized so that people could be inspired to really follow suit and ensure that wherever you have teachers that have made you who you are today or who you will be tomorrow, you need to say a big thank you in the form of recognizing their efforts. And that's the reason why we are here tonight. You may recall that for most of the times that ex-students come here, it's mostly during speech and prize giving days. And we said, it's better we do it not necessarily on the speech and prize giving day, because then it gets covered by the events. And again, it comes back to what the intent is. We know we don't have zillions to give out. We don't have the best of words carved on or inscribed on trophies to say, but we have our little hearts together to come together and say thank you to these gentlemen here. Then to make it more educative, we decided to bring someone on board, a social commentator, somebody of high caliber. You will later find out when his CV is read, Mr. Madi Jobate. And that comes on the first part of the program. On the second part of the program, we're going to have a symposium from them. They're going to give you some short experiences. Mr. Hasum Sise, who is a historian and one of our teachers, or masters we call them then. I'm not sure whether you still call them master. Will give the history of Armitage since 1927. Yundu Drame will speak on becoming a better leader, so that tomorrow when you people are leaders, you can tap on this experience and manage your subjects, or I can call it colleagues, very, very well. Mr. Madi Jobate will speak on a very, very, very interesting topic, the purpose of life. And you will later realize that. But I couldn't conclude this aspect of the program in the purpose for which we have done this without actually thanking Mr. Jaje Toure, your technical drawing. I think he's the head of the technical department. Jaje, you put your hands together for Jaje, who was also a badge member for 1 to Form 5, and we used to call him Jajantic. Then. But now look at me and look at him and know who is Jajantic. You know. And also Mr. Suleiman Pui, and all the 1991, 1996 badge members that I have called their name before. Of course, our dear lady Masri was very active in all the preparations. And then we've just come here to share with you our joy and our experience, and then our gratefulness indeed to this gallant man who has made us what we are today. I thank you very much for your attention, and I will call on now the chairman of board of directors, Mr. Tambiru, to read to us the CV of the awardees, and then we move to the award program. But when he reads them, I want you people to bring this ceiling down. Mr. Tambiru, you are welcome to this program. Can you put your hands together, please?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Mr. Principal Suleiman Keita, the award is by the names of Azum Sise, Drame, Mr. Drame, other guests that are with them. Other very important people, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls of Armitage High School. Today I am in the first place, I am honored to be associated with this very important program. Now, if you can remember with me to Armitage School children, I always say, this world, it says, I am what you make of me. And again, it is said, one good turn deserves another. And again, it is said, aspire to today and inspire tomorrow. Now these two people, they have done a great job. That's why today they have been awarded by the very school that they have taught some years ago. Now, as we have other speakers, I need not to prolong my speech because my very important task today or tonight is to read their CV to you people. With that of Drame, to me the CV is an encyclopedia. It's not even a book, it's an encyclopedia. If I want to read that encyclopedia today, we'll be here until the wee wee of early morning.
Do you want to hear this encyclopedia? Yes!
Now, with Hasum Sise, it is said he's a man from Panjang, Upper Salum, and he was born in 1971. He's a highly regarded Gambian historian. Now, who are historians? Historians are the people who make us to know what has happened yesterday. And they would help us, especially you, the young one, to make tomorrow so that the people after you will know what has happened today. So they are very important in society. He attended this very high school from 1983 to 1988. Then to Forbes College, Sierra Leone, St. Mary's University, Halifax, Canada, where he earned a BA in history in 1999.
Let's give him a round of applause.
He was a postgraduate diploma in Museum Studies, University of Nairobi, Kenya, 2003. An MA in African History, University of the Gambia, 2009. He was curator of the Gambian National Museum from 1999 to 2008. He is the director of heritage at the National Center of Arts and Culture, Banjul, the Gambia.
Your hands together.
He specialized in Gambian women's history and has published a widely acclaimed book titled Gambian Women. Gambian women, why not put your hands together? And in introductory history, Fulano published in 2007. His second book, titled Gambian Women, Notes and Historical Profiles, Fulano Publishers, came out in 2011 and has received positive reviews. He was features editor at the Daily Observer newspaper in Banjul and editorial writer from 1999 to 2006. He has contributed 6 entries on prominent Gambian women personalities in the Dictionary of African Biography, edited by Emmanuel K. Aguier Pong and Henry Louis Gates, Junior, published Oxford University.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Now, as I said to the encyclopedia, Mr. Drame is a Gambian. He is a gentleman, as short as I am. I think before his departure, I'll give him a wife because he's a single man. He was born on the 25th May 1971 at Kerewan, Lower Badibu, and that's where he permanently sticks. You have his contact numbers as 220-4498-154. Office is 992942 mobile. The email is...
You guys didn't take that number, you know it.
Okay, the email is here. Now, his educational background. In 1993-96, he went to university in Delhi, where he obtained BA honors, public science, and he has second-class honors. 1990 to 92, he went to Gambia High School, where he have advanced level certificate. Government A, History B, English Literature C. Then,
Do you understand those subjects that he read to you?
A, B.
Put your hands together, Laura.
Then in 1985 to 1990, he came to this very school. He has ordinary level certificate. Division 1, Aggregate 16.
Division 1,
1979-85 to Farafenni Primary School, where he has primary leaving certificate. Then we have additional. In 1995 to 1996, he was in Delhi Institute of Management and Services, postgraduate diploma, correspondence, journalism, public relationship, and advertising. His professional experience are numerous. If I want to read all that, as I said, this morning breakfast, I don't know whether Suleiman you have prepared morning breakfast. Main duties on professional experience, I just read a bit, because he has so many qualifications, definitely. Day-to-day administration of Child Protection Alliance. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I'm driving back to Banzang, and you know, at night, I am somebody who doesn't go at night. I don't sleep at night. So on that note, I think I'll ask you to allow me and him for me to just to stop here. You see, all these papers, short people, we are always like that. So on that note,
Armitage Senior Secondary School. All right. You know, if I have come back to Armitage, I want to remember it as it was. Somebody tried to remember my name when I was here. Momodu Sila, as simple as that. And I complicated matters later to faculty. All right, I am not really among the 1996 group. I am not in the executive of the Ex-Armitage Student Association, but I am a member of the Board of Trustees of the Armitage Ex-Student Association, without any portfolio. Just a member. But why is it like that? I think when we talk of Ex-Armitage Students Association, we are talking of different generations of students. And then when we recall our memories of the school, we will recall almost the same thing, but at different times. So that there are some of them, so some of us will make, are you from India? Okay, oh, and then we just develop some friendship right there. And we will talk about the dining hall, the prayers that we say there, the assembly hall, impromptus and all that. And that's it. But those are commonalities. that we all share. So that in this effort, when I saw that the 1996 group came up with their own initiative to do things their own way, I thought it is